This is CBS 2 News at 10.
Allegations of a change in testimony in one of the city's most notable police-involved shootings. How could the bodies of those killed by police change locations after their deaths? Good evening, I'm Rob Johnson. Erica's off tonight. Betty Jones and Quintonio LeGrier were shot and killed by a Chicago police officer back in 2015. Now attorneys representing the victims say the paramedics on the scene have changed their stories, and they question if city lawyers had anything to do with it. Here's CBS 2's Dana Kozlov.
And in this case, the bodies have moved.
Attorney Larry Rogers is talking about Quintonio LeGrier and Betty Jones, shot dead 2 years ago by Chicago police officer Robert Rialmo during a domestic call. The location of the bodies moved, attorneys say, in statements given by paramedics who treated them on scene. Statements then differing from those now.
Both victims were entirely inside the building, and then 2 years later, after the city lawyers speak to them, they're both moving further and further outside.
That change was enough for attorneys to file a motion asking the judge to investigate, and he is.
I'm just concerned when evidence, significant evidence, critical evidence, is changed after an interview with an attorney or anyone else.
The family's attorneys say the paramedics' initial recorded statements to IPRA clearly put LeGrier and Jones' bodies inside the building. Adding photographs of the scene back that up. So does another eyewitness telling me Jones fell face up inside her apartment, LeGrier face down inside the doorway. A Chicago Law Department spokesperson says any suggestion that our attorneys improperly asked a witness to alter or change testimony is unequivocally false. These attorneys want to make sure
This should never happen.
So does LeGrier's mom.
We need the truth. We need the truth.
Also in court today, city attorneys asked that video of Mayor Rahm Emanuel's deposition, scheduled for later this month, never be released. LeGrier's family attorney questions the necessity of that. Rob?
So just so we're clear, an IPRA investigation, a deposition, and one other time where everything was said the same
Initial
until today?
statement was to IPRA. And then flash forward 2 years in a deposition a few weeks ago is when attorneys say the paramedics changed their statements.
Okay, gotcha. All right, thanks, Dave.